All right, guys. You already know what time it is. This is Taria Vision Avant. And guess what, y'all? This is day 10 of New Year, New You, January the 13th, y'all. We are live. I want to hear from you. Let me know which city and state you guys are chiming in from. Also, do me a favor and share. Once you have shared this video, I want you to put hashtag shared. Share it to your personal profile. In fact, in 2020, what we're doing is watch parties. So create a watch party, y'all, and let me know once you have done that. All right. So again, let us know what city and state you guys are chiming in from, and we're going to be getting started in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. How you doing? Again, everybody, welcome. Hello to you guys. Hey, Rebecca out of Pleasanton, California. Hello, Regina Keenan out of Buffalo, New York. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Let me know what city and state you guys are chiming in. And Regina, I appreciate you creating a watch party. So, guys, make sure that you go ahead and share this video. We're going to be getting started very soon. So, again, welcome, guys. This is day 10. And don't forget, we've got a lot of giveaways, honey. We giving away all type of stuff. We've been giving away tons and tons, and today we're going to be doing another giveaway. Absolutely no purchase required. As you come on in, please introduce yourself and let us know what city and state you're chiming in from. All right. Again, guys, we're going to be getting started in 48 seconds, y'all. I am so pumped up and excited. I don't know about you, y'all, but today is January the 13th, and we are back live with New Year, New You, our virtual conference. This is day 10 of the conference, guys. And so if you are just joining us, do me a favor, share this video. Once you have shared the video, put hashtag shared. Also, make sure that you introduce yourself. Let us know what city and state you guys are chiming in from. We have an exciting topic today. We're going to be talking about landing your dream job. And so, guys, this is important right here. We need to make sure that everybody is plugged in. So we're going to get started again in about a couple of more seconds. So we still have time right now, guys, to introduce yourself. Let us know what city and state you guys are chiming in from. Hello. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Thank you, Stevie, so much for sharing this video. I appreciate you guys. You know, sharing is caring, right? Sharing is caring. But show your girls, show our speaker tonight some love by getting some people to check us out on tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and pull myself on up. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Hey, Yes, honey, we are looking crispy today. You see, I'm in a new environment today. I'm here at my virtual office, as you can see. I am so excited, and guys, to have you guys here. We've been going live now since January the 1st, with the exception of Sundays. And then this weekend, we took Saturday and Sunday off. But guys, super pumped up to be back here on this Monday. And I know many of you guys are joining us. Maybe this is your first time joining us, or maybe this is your second, or you are a A1 day one. So all of my A1 day ones, I want you to go ahead and put A1 day one. And if this is your first time, let us know. If this is your second time, or even if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay. Yes, darling. So anyways, the reason why I do this every single year, this is actually our 4th annual year of us doing New Year, New You. And the reason why we do this, guys, is because we understand that going into the new year, we are pumped up, we are excited. You know what? But what's crazy is this is now the official, like, going into the second week, you know what I'm saying, of the new year, second full week or so of the new year. And do you know that there are people who have already given up on their dreams? There are people who have already quit. There are people who have already decided, you know what? Let me just put it off till next week. Let me put it off till next month. And the truth is those people that are trying to put it off till next week, the truth is you already know what it is. They didn't gave up, right? And so I always like to say, and I don't like to, I know I can be very tough, right? And I always like to say, not to be harsh, but to be truthful, is that most people, when they see the new year, or when it's into a new year, the truth is that we don't change because the year has changed, right? Nothing really changes. It's just the fact that it's a new fiscal year for business, for taxes, for things like that. But generally, the person that we were just a few weeks ago, we're still that same person. And in order for us to change, or for growth to take place, because many of you guys are on this grind, you have been consistent and consecutively staying focused for the grind. But the truth is that for some of us, if this is a new territory, we've got to make sure that we position ourselves for greatness. And so I don't like to just do 1 or 2 days or 3 days or 4 days for our new year, new you. I like to make sure, guys, that we have people who are so committed, people that are like, look, I'm in here for the long haul. I'm not going to quit on National Quit Day. I've made a decision that we're going to make this happen, right? So shout out to every single one of you, whether or not you're watching us live or you're watching the replay, okay? Because I do understand sometimes you're not able to make the live, but you do watch the replay. So shout out to you. I also want to let you guys know that every single day, guys, we've been doing free giveaways where we are giving away all types of stuff. We've given away a microphone. We have, I'm trying to think of all the stuff people have won. Our Urban CEO book bag. We've given away, camera. We've given away books. We've given away training. We have a training that cost over $500 that we have given away for public speaking. We also gave away a training for those who want to start their own publishing company. We have given away tons of stuff. And the only thing that you have to do to win, number one, you must be registered. So if you're watching this, okay, you need to go to newyearnewyouonline.com so that you can actually register for this incredible opportunity to win something for free. You don't have to buy anything. Number two is you got to make sure, guys, that you are joining us live, okay? And so tomorrow, guess what? We're going to be right back, same time, same place, okay? We have another one of our incredible speakers on tomorrow, so make sure that you guys are available for tomorrow's broadcast. And then number three, you have to actually share this video to your timeline or create a watch party, because at the end of the day, guys, I feel that in order for us to be able to get those great harvests that are for us, right? The harvests that are on our way, we also got to be willing to sow those seeds. And I'm just a big believer in us working together and not competing, okay? I think that when we understand the power that if we all learn to come together, we can do so much more. And so this incredible conference, guys, we have some amazing speakers who have also contributed towards these giveaways that we're doing every single day, okay? Another thing I want to announce, guys, is we do have also the Urban CEO Summits that are coming up, guys. We actually have 2 summits coming up. There's going to be one in Atlanta, and we are almost sold out of our tickets, guys, so you need to go ahead and register. Literally almost sold out of our general admission. I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to Candy about possibly expanding and opening up space, because we are like more than a month away, and people have been registering left and right. We are halfway registered with our general admission for the Atlanta Summit. Both of these summits have 4 different panels. We have a women's panel, and a men's panel. And these are all leaders that are local to the market. These are local market leaders, entrepreneurs, community leaders, etc., that are doing great things. And the reason why we do these local events is because we want the opportunity to continue to highlight our local leaders, right? So we do these summits every single quarter. Well, this time, as you can see, we have an incredible lineup of men, an incredible lineup of women. But guess what? We also have another panel, which is our financial panel, where we're going to be talking to you guys about the things that you need to have in place so that you can get funded for your businesses, talking about credit, talking about, being able to apply for loans and things of that nature. But also, we're going to be shouting out and highlighting our local ambassadors, okay? So for Houston, we have ambassadors, and for Atlanta, we also have our ambassadors. And so you're going to get a chance to meet some of our ambassadors that are out here promoting Urban CEO, but you're also going to get a chance to hear about their businesses, all right? And so this is a huge opportunity, guys, for you to be able to come, and the conference or the summit, whatever you want to call it, workshop, it's free. Now, the reason we like to have a women's panel and a man's panel is because I believe when it comes to business, and this is just me, this is just a personal belief, guys, is we've got to understand, especially even if you are only doing a women's only business, you've got to understand what it takes to have success. And there are many things, pros and cons, between being a woman and between being a man that we all have, right? And so it's important to be able to hear from the perspective of men and from the perspective of women. And so these panels are off the chain. And so, guys, if you want to register, you can go to urbanceonetwork.com or just simply go to events.urbanceonetwork.com. We also have some vendor tables. I think we are almost sold out of Atlanta. We might have one more table left for Atlanta. And for Houston, I believe we have 2 more tables available, okay? So urbanceonetwork.com is where you guys want to go. Now, before we bring on our guest speaker, I also have one more commercial interview because I want you guys to be a part of the Urban CEO Network and become an ambassador. So check out this video real quick and we'll be right back. Maybe not. Oh, I thought I had a video. That's okay. Well, we'll pull up the video at the end. But guys, yes, Urban CEO Network is an incredible movement. We are one of the fastest growing organizations that has a connection to the urban community, okay? What separates us is that we are the bridge between the urban community and success in business, success in relationships. But what's most important about us is we speak the language of the urban community. We know how it feels, guys, to sometimes be in environments where you are uncomfortable, where you don't feel like necessarily you belong. And so we want to change that environment for you, okay? So with that stated, I thought I was going to pull up this nice little video, but that's okay, y'all. We just go ahead and keep it on moving, right? So I am super pumped up to bring up our next speaker, okay? And this young lady is going to be laying it out for us. I love this topic because a lot of times, especially when you're around a whole lot of entrepreneurs, sometimes we don't talk about employment, right? We don't talk about having those dream jobs. And some of us, guys, I know many people who just excel in the job market, in the job force, in the career world. And so today we have a young lady who's going to be talking to us, guys, about being able to go to the next level in your career for 2020. She is a human resources consultant, career coach focused on empowering and educating men and women to take charge of their careers to achieve the success they dream of. She is also a motivational speaker, an author, and as I told you, a coach. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring on the line our speaker of the day, none other than Alethia Tucker. Hey, Queen, how you doing?
Hey, Taria, I am great. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous and amazing. I know that you have a great training for us today. And guys, make sure that while Alethia is talking, if you have any quotable moments, anything that you want to post, please post. You might see your comment on the screen. But Alethia, I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Taria. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this conference. I think it is just awesome. The beginning of the year is the perfect time to get things jump-started, and you have put together a wonderful program, and I'm honored to be a part of it. So thank you. I hope everybody's doing great tonight. Again, my name is Alethia Tucker, And I am here representing Jolie's Enterprises, my HR consultant, my coaching, my motivational speaking, me operating in my purpose, all of that, all into my company. I hope that I know that you'll get something out of what I have to share with you today, and I'm excited to go ahead and hop right on it. So, Taria, I'm ready.
All right, you're live.
Okay, so of course we're talking about your dream job. Many people work jobs, but how many people really enjoy what they do? Jobs that make them excited about getting out of bed, jobs that they really see making an enjoyable career and not just as a means to an end. If you're anything like me, you have ideas that you've been thinking about for years. I know I did. I've acted on many of them, but I still have ideas that I need to implement. The right career can make your life totally different. However, when you're thinking about possibly going out there and changing, you think of the risk involved in pursuing something, that might not result in anything substantial initially. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can have this type of job. You can have the job that you dream of. You can have the career that you dream of. So this evening, just for a bit, I'm going to talk about identifying your dream job. Some of the factors that go into finding your career, the do's and don'ts. And then finally, I'll tell you how we can help you to live your dream and how you can pursue magnificent instead of mediocre. Hopefully that sounds good to a lot of people. If so, and if you hear me, go ahead and hashtag magnificent, because that's what we want to focus on in 2020 is magnificence. So I'm going to go ahead and advance my slide. So do you know what your dream job is? What is the type of job that you could wake up to every morning and say, I love my job? It usually correlates to something you're passionate about or something you enjoy doing. Some of you may know what that looks like. However, others may not know exactly what it is. You might think it's just one thing. The one thing that you do know is that the job that you're currently doing just isn't it, right? It's not the dream job that you desire to do. But let's be real and keep things in perspective. Your view is, I have a job that pays the bills and enables me to provide for my family. And all of that's true. I mean, it's the right perspective. But think of how awesome it would be to enjoy what you do while being compensated for what you know. Okay? Your dream job directly correlates to what motivates you. So, let me tell you a little about me. As I have here, I've been in the human resources field for a while. You see, I have 18 years there. Not all of it has been in recruiting. I've done training, I've done onboarding, marketing, communications, benefits. So I've seen the whole piece of HR. Currently, I am supporting a small enterprise resource company as their HR director. I'm an author of a book that I absolutely love, and that was a huge accomplishment for me because it came about at a time when I was turning 50, and that's been a few years ago now, and it really did help to culminate and to help me to celebrate my 50th. But it's a book that tells about the lessons that I learned on the way, and they're simple lessons, however, lessons nonetheless. I'm also excited about being a part of an anthology, Speaking My Truth. I'm also a coach. For years, I've been helping people with employment and resumes and just navigating people through the employment process. I'm an artisan. I love to make jewelry, and I started a company with my mother where we do handmade jewelry. And that is something that she enjoys, of course, and something that I enjoy as well. So as I said, I've touched, many areas of the industry, but I haven't just done human resources. So when you're looking at what your dream job is, there's some things that you should consider. What is it that you like to do? Is there something that you enjoy doing? Take off the table whether it will make you rich or not. Is there something that you would like to pursue? Or I should say, whether you think it will make you rich or not. What are your strengths? The best careers are enjoyable and they take advantage of your strengths. What are you naturally good at? Are you great at baking cakes? Are you great at helping others to travel? There's just so many things out there, so many possibilities. What are your long-term options? Some careers have been, better long-term prospects than others. Think about what you could do for 20 years down a particular career path. Is there the possibility to advance in what you're thinking about? That's something you need to be aware of as well. What lifestyle do you prefer? Now, this is definitely something you have to think about when you're trying to move into a career. What income is it that you definitely need? What is it that you're willing to sacrifice when you initially go in, if need be? Because sometimes if you're moving and switching from one technique or one skill set to another, there may be a slight gap in salary there when you initially start up. Visualize what your ideal lifestyle would be. Consider your educational credentials versus what a career requires. How many of us have degrees and are not working anywhere near what our degrees say? I know I am. I think most people that I've seen come into my office are the same way. The perfect career, of course, is something that you love, something that you're good at, something that's going to fit your dream lifestyle. Now, I told you that I do HR, but this slide right here represents all of the jobs that I've had, all of the titles that I've held. Let's put it that way. And it goes back for a while. A couple of them are in college. Some of the positions are outside of HR. I can't say that I've always really been clear about what I wanted to do. I felt I had to fit into a mold. And for a very long time, I thought purpose, and, walking in my purpose meant identifying just that one thing that I was called to do. And trying to fit into that mold, it can cause you some serious stress and really just hold you back from trying to act on your dream. So it's important to understand what motivates you, because that is the key to bringing you to the realization of your dream. Over time, I realized that my purpose, my passion, it just wasn't single focused. And when I did that, then I decided that really, I really wasn't a jackhammer. I was a hummingbird. And let me break that analogy down to you just a bit, because I think it so perfectly describes purpose and passion. So I recently heard a talk from Oprah Winfrey, one of her Super Soul Sessions, I think it's called, one of her series. And she had author Elizabeth Gilbert on. And she talked about the world being divided into two kinds of people. You have jackhammers and you have hummingbirds. Now, each one has its advantage and its purpose, but only one is truly made for maintaining a single focus. Some people are meant to follow one passion in life, yes, but not everyone is wired, the same way. So the jackhammer, as you can see, the characteristics I've listed under there, is the person who is definitely looking at their purpose as being single focused. They can be very efficient and they're great about getting stuff done, and they're going to hone in on that passion. But then you have somebody who's like a hummingbird, and that's somebody who, like a hummingbird, goes from tree to tree with what they have, just pollinating different things. And when I heard that analogy, I immediately thought, this is exactly who I am, because I don't like just one thing. I feel that my purpose is much bigger than just being single lane. Everybody is not like that, but I think it is so important for you to understand just who you are. And so that's why I do a lot of different things. I say I'm a hummingbird and I fly, hummingbird fly. I'm a career coach. And on the other side, I also do some work with women and journey shares. So the point is, you don't have to limit your career to being just one thing. You can really branch out and do a number of things if that is what makes your career fulfilling, and if that is, what you feel that your purpose is and where you want to go in life. So how do you eliminate those doubts? I have a friend, and I had never heard this in my life. She, before she mentioned it, she said, you have to be careful about what you allow in your ear gates. Hashtag ear gates, if you're still with me, in your ear gates. You have to be so careful about what you allow, or what you allow yourself to hear. There are sources that are negative, or that give you negative messages, and then there are, of course, the sources that give you positive messages. For example, sometimes we can't always listen to the news. It will make you think that the world is ending today. It's not safe, even to go outside. With the news that we've been hearing lately, it really is kind of dismal in many respects. Tabloids and reality shows, they tell us that people are bad. They can't be trusted. Think about these people we see on Housewives and The Bachelor and all of these different tabloids and reality shows. Yeah, we love them, but they really don't always give off the best messages. So, what are some of the sources of positive messages? Of course, church and peer groups. That lets you know, being a part of organizations and support and faith based entities like this let you know that everybody isn't bad. That there is some good in the world, of course, and there's some good, of course, out there for you to pursue. The same with success magazines. So basically, what you need to do is just seek out opportunities to combat those negative thoughts and those things that are making you fearful of actually being able to move out and do what it is that you desire to do. For many of us, that fear is, what we don't know. So find out what you don't know and get help. And that is an area, of course, that you can support yourself on, but Jolise can also step in and show you some awesome techniques and give you some awesome training that'll help you to be able to move to the next point in your career and your next point towards your dream. So hopefully you guys are still with me. Is this making sense to everybody? Does it sound like something that's kind of hitting where you live? You want to go out and do something different, but you're not quite sure that your budget can afford it right now? If so, let me see you just hashtag dream. Hopefully I still have you with me. Hashtag dream. Just want to make sure I'm talking what you guys want to hear. So what are the dream hindrances? A lack of readiness. Some people have a faulty elevator pitch. You have got to know who you are and what you can do when you go in to let somebody know you can solve their problem, which is what an employer wants to know. We've got the Wizard of Oz syndrome. Some of us, I've seen people come in and try to tell me that they were the end all and be all. And then just like at the Wizard of Oz, you pull back that curtain, you start asking some particular questions, and they really don't know what they say they know. So you have to be really careful that you don't oversell something that you're really not that honed in on. And then there is the single lane focus. Some people think that, the only way they're going to move into their dream, the only way they're going to get a new job is if they just send out resumes, send resume after resume after resume. And true, sending out your resume is definitely one way to get there, but it is not the only way. Dream propellers, know your value. Know what it is that you bring to the table. That is very important, because only when you know yourself are you going to be able to sell yourself. Am I right? Know how you can fix things. An employer is hiring somebody because they have a problem. Okay, and they want to have someone in there who's going to be able to fix that problem. You need to be able to go in and tell them, this is what I can do to fix your problem, and you need me more so than you need anybody else out there who's coming in, and give me the chance and let me show you what I can do. Let them know your request. Let them know touching on salary can often be um, a little touchy, just like I said. So, what you want to do is you let them bring that piece up, and then you follow up with what you know, what you've seen in the industry, what market salary um, reports have told you, so that you are basically offering them the information that they need to justify what you're requesting of them. And of course, above all else, you got to be confident. You have to be confident in knowing that what you know is going to make a difference, not just for you, of course, but for the employer that you're trying to go before. Or if you're trying to start your own business, the same thing. You have to know that what you have to offer is better than someone else, or for your niche, you have to be able to go in and show how they should be able to come to your business and get what they need versus going somewhere else. So, how do you move forward? You need a plan. You have got to have a plan, and that plan is going to have a goal, of course, your mission and your purpose, and the tools to support that plan. Your resume, your cover letter, your interviewing techniques, networking, all the things that you see listed there are the tools that support your plan. And the process is prepare. You're going to search for your job, apply, interview, and repeat. And that is the way it is done until you reach where it is that you want to be. So, a few takeaways for us. You can acquire your dream job. It is not impossible. It is definitely something that is acquirable. I mean, it's something that you can do, as I said, whether you're trying to start your own business or whether you're trying to move into a different position with a company that you're already with. What you really have to start understanding and bringing to the forefront of your mind is your value and how you are worth the change. You are worth actually moving into an arena where your life is fulfilled, something that you're doing that you feel really is your passion, and not something that you dread getting out of bed for every morning. Know that, your purpose is those things into subjection, cast down those things, and still move out in what you know you can do. I'm a person of faith, and I truly believe that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And my faith is definitely my foundation. So I encourage you, whether it be your faith or whatever it is, to draw into that and make sure that you're relying on that when those negative things try to pop up at you. And I already said that there will be hindrances, but with the right plan and the right tools, you can definitely get the results that you need. So, again, it's possible. It is definitely possible. I hear from people all the time who are tired of feeling that they can do something in their sleep. That's how they feel about their job, or they're bored to death, or, they've always wanted to teach and they were told, that wasn't a good profession to go in because the money really doesn't equate to all the effort that's put into that. There's so many reasons why people don't pursue their dream. However, you need again to realize that you're worth it. You are definitely worth pursuing what it is that you want to do. So hopefully, this, convinced you, and at least to think about the fact that you really can move outside of where you are. If where you are isn't where you want to be, you definitely can move in another direction. Jolise is available to help you along that way. We have programs, we have tools that have been able to help people to surpass even what they thought was possible. It can be done. We can hold your hand through the entire process. As a matter of fact, I have a couple of things that I want to give to you. For those of you who have been hanging in here with me and listening to this presentation, and you find it very helpful and something that you think that you can definitely benefit from, and you want to hear about, a few of the things that I mentioned tonight, why don't you go ahead? First of all, I'm going to give you a copy of the slides from tonight's presentation. And to get that, you need to text to 844-900-0132. Again, that number is 844-900-0132. Yes, Constance, you are worth it. You are worth it. And that is the frame of mind that we all need to be in. To that number, you're going to text Dream Job. All one word together, Dream Job. And I will definitely make sure that you get the slides. And I also have a free giveaway for you to help encourage you, to help to show you that, your dream job is definitely possible, and that Jolise is able to help you to get there, hands down. And if you want to do a deeper dive with us, we are definitely available. We have a couple of different things. I have a new course that's on the horizons that's going to launch in February, and that's a dig deep course. We're going to get down to the tools and the nitty-gritty of what it is you need to do to go ahead and move and get this new career, this hashtag dream career going, hashtag dream career. And for that, go ahead again and text Dream Career to the phone number that I just gave to you. And also there will be a link there. If you tap on that link in the response message that you receive once you type in that code word there, if you type in or you go to the link that's listed down there, you'll be able to go over to my calendar and schedule an appointment if you want to talk to me and see where we can go from here to make your dream a reality. Okay, any questions?
So hold on, let me make sure I'm unmuted. Okay, so just to be clear, I want to make sure that everybody understands there's two different things that they need to text. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, you can text Dream Job. Once you text Dream Job, that will get you onto the list to go ahead and receive the slides from tonight, and you'll also get a free giveaway that I have.
Okay.
And the response that you're going to get when you text Dream Job, it's also going to tell you where you can go if you need to schedule an appointment with me. And that is Get the Job. Hold on, let me make sure I got that URL correct.
But they'll get it if they send it to you, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
if they send it to me.
Okay, cool. So what we want everybody to do is make sure that you guys do go ahead and text her. We do have, let me put that number on the screen one more time. Hold on, let me just copy. Everybody go ahead and text. Now, what I would like to ask you though, Alethia, just so everybody understands what can they expect. So when they text or possibly schedule a session with you, what is it that they're going to be, being able to get done during that session? What can they expect with that call with you?
Sure. So people who get in touch with us, they're really at different points. What I'm focusing on right now is helping people to get to their dream career. So that means we're starting from, making sure you know what your dream career is. So we start there. We do a deep dive on goals. We do a deep dive. We look at, lifestyle goals, career goals, budget goals, long-term goals. We take a look at everything that surrounds you, that makes you the person that you are, so that we can be sure that you totally understand the career it is that you want to pursue. We look at that. And then, of course, we look at all of the other things that are entailed with looking for a job, from your resume to how to interview, social media. A lot of people don't understand that social media really does play a part in your position and where you go. You put something out there that really isn't attractive, and it will haunt you forever. Trust me, I've seen it. So, how to clean up your social media accounts, I already said how to develop that winning resume, where it is that you can go to find the type of positions that you need. We even delve a little bit into where it is you can go as far as getting structured for your small business and getting that, set up. That kind of information is given. We will hold your hand, give you the tools that are needed for you to go out there and, do the interview that needs to be done properly, do the closing, the salary negotiation, the cover letter, the thank you letters. All of that is entailed, of course, in finding that perfect job. And with the right tools, you can really hone in and let an employer know that really what you have is definitely what they want to bring into their company.
That's really good. We live in a world today where, the truth is everybody thinks it's sexy for entrepreneurship, but there are several people who do want to advance in their careers. And so that's why, I always like to say, it used to be a time when I was, full-time in another industry, and we would make people feel a certain kind of way for having a job. But some of us, it is a true blessing, right? You go to school, you get your degrees and all these different things so that you can climb this ladder and so that you can be a part of something great. And so what do you ever find anyone who maybe that comes to work with you and you have to establish a little bit of maybe confidence of being an employee so that they can be able to climb that ladder?
Absolutely. And honestly, I see it a lot with women, particularly who are, working in larger industries. They feel that they're juggling a lot. We have to work with children. We have to, do this, that, and the other. And so sometimes the confidence is lacking in many respects. And what we do is you definitely feel empowered when someone sits down with you and helps to pull out all of the things that you're good at, helps to pull out all of the problems that you can solve, helps to pull out what makes you unique and what gives you that edge that you really don't think that you have. And sometimes that's all it takes. So that's something that we do with you, just to make sure that you understand you do bring something to the table. If there is additional, knowledge or resources that are needed, we let you know that too. Listen, you may need to take these classes. You may need to do this. There's so much that's out there that can help you build from where you are to get to where you want to be. And being confident is a part of that.
I love that. That's super strong. By the way, guys, for anybody that's watching right now, for those of you who maybe you are in a career space right now or you want to be in a career space, we want to know exactly who you are. So for all of my career folks, I want you to put hashtag career climber, okay? Hashtag career climber so that we can make sure to connect with you, because some of you might be watching and maybe you didn't send that text message in, but we definitely want to know who you are. I mean, guys, let's just be real. To be a CEO, sometimes in certain jobs or certain positions, you've got to start from the bottom and be able to grind and climb your way up to the top and be offered that position. So never, ever, ever feel like today more than ever you can't be in a career. I think there's several opportunities out here, okay? So make sure, guys, if you are a career climber, we want to know who you are. By the way, would you say more of your clients tend to be college graduates, or they're people that have maybe been on their job for a little while, like me? I always like to think, Alethia, like I probably would still be working in my degree or in my space if I felt like I was respected. And I felt like the job that I was at, I had worked there for over a year, going over and beyond. And the truth is, it's not that I wasn't necessarily respected. I didn't know how to ask for my values. That makes sense? Like I had worked hard and then I was just like, oh, they don't respect me. They're not giving a raise. So I just made the assumptions and I decided, well, I'm going to leave. And so who knows where I would have been if I would have understood that, no, Taria, you need to have a conversation with your boss and let them know what your intentions are. So back to the initial question, do you find that you tend to work more with maybe recent college grads or someone who's been on the job and they're just like, look, I need to get my respect. It's time for me to go to another level?
The latter, definitely more of, now I have worked with college grads as well, however, I definitely see the latter, where people, are in positions, they're ready to go to the next level, and, as with anything, it is incredibly competitive, and, having to deal with many instances where things are just cutthroat. You want to throw in the towel and say, forget this. However, if, you are to stay there and you want to stay there, we help you to find out what it is you need to do. Do you need to speak with management? These are the things that you need to do to beef up, the possibility of moving into that next level position. What are the things that are surrounding you? We take into account all of the things that you bring to us and say that's going on in your position. Our experience, I've been out there in the big companies too, so I know what it's like working with them. And so our experience is to tell you, hey, look, these are some of the things that we have found over time with people that we've worked with that they have needed to do. This has been successful for them, and these are some of the things that you can do as well. We've seen it at work, and we know that that can get you to where you want to be.
Absolutely. That was real good, guys. If this is good, I want everybody to type in, this is good, this is good. She is definitely giving us some really good information. And honestly, I think another great thing is for those of you who are maybe employers, it's also good to understand this too. So having a point of view from someone who is wanting to climb that ladder. So I think that it would even be great, because I know we have a lot of CEOs, but we also have many corporate climbers. And shout out to my corporate climbers. I see you. Nakia says she's a corporate climber. Hello, Nakia. How you doing? Melanie says, I'm sorry, career climber. Melanie says she's also a career climber. So hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Elisa says this is good. Joy Jackson says this is good. Melanie says this is good. Thank you guys so much for engaging. I promise you, I always like to make sure that I engage as well whenever I'm watching any kind of training, because when you engage, you actually are able to learn, right? So engage, you can learn. So Constance also says this is good. Very good, very good. All right, now guys, if you have any additional questions, I want you to ask them. What would you say when somebody does get started, Alethia, with a job? They get started with the job. What should they should they set certain kind of expectations? So I know, for me, when I first, was working in corporate, I was just trying to get a job. But I think even when you talk about, can somebody pay a sister, right? But I think that's a challenge in itself, because just like with business, those that fail to plan to fail. And so when we get finally hired into a job, should we come with an expectation and also have a plan? What should that look like? Or should we just be happy and grateful we got a job, and then maybe down the line we, figure it out?
Right. So, and that depends on, if this is a new job, is it your first job? Is it a new job that you've been working before for 5 years or so? All of that matters. But what I definitely say, and I say that I do this even with the company that I work with as an HR director. When you get in there, you have to clearly understand what it is that's expected of you. Frequently you go into a job, you've applied, of course, to the job description, but you need to have somewhere documented exactly what it is that's expected of you. And of course, a year later, all of that is being reviewed when it comes appraisal time. So that's the first thing that I recommend, is that you go in, have that sit down with your manager. Make sure you understand exactly what they're expecting, and exactly, they understand exactly what you're expecting. And that's the first thing. Now, if you're just starting out and you're going into this position, you're going to probably have to do some of the things that some of the senior folks aren't doing. But that's a part of the learning process. And what you have to do is be prepared to go in there and kick that out of the ballpark, so that they can see that you are capable of doing so much more, and that they give you the opportunity to move into that space. So you can't really go in your feelings, so to speak, and saying that, I really can't do all of this. There are some things that you may need to do just to kind of go out there and prove to them that, I'm a team player. I can do everything. I can do this position, and I can go and do some things that may not be, in my field of study or what have you, or things that I feel that you're not asking some of the senior folk to do.
I know that's right. So look, Stevie says, I've had jobs that I have hated, and jobs that I have loved. The difference is to be straight up with yourself and your employer. I think that's really good too. What about honesty on the job? Like, if you're not necessarily happy, do you recommend that you do tell your employer, or how, I know they say it's not what you say, it's how you say it, Tyria. It's how you say it. And so if you are in a position where maybe you're unhappy, but you do love the opportunity, or you see the opportunity, what do you recommend to those people who are like in that position where they're maybe unhappy with a person or a situation? How do they approach that?
Mm-hmm. And that again is something where they need to go to management, and that's also something that you have to look at, because sometimes the person that you're unhappy with may be management. So then you have to look for those resources that go above that. You always have, of course, HR that you can go to, who is your advocate. They are the advocates for you. So you go to them if you feel that something is going on that really should not be going on in the position. If someone is talking to you in an unprofessional way, or you're not doing what it is that you were hired to do, any of those things, you would definitely be able to go to HR with those. However, if it's something where it is with another employee and you can engage management, definitely go to them and say, hey, I've been doing, this task for quite some time. I've been encountering a little hesitation, a little pushback. Is there a way that you can help me in approaching this, because it's really starting to interfere with what I'm doing, and it's really starting to reflect in the product that I'm producing, and I don't want to be that way, because I know that I am capable of much more. That's an example of something, a way in which you would approach a manager. And then human resources the same way. Definitely go to them with the same conversation, and make sure that they know what's going on, and they are obligated to definitely be able to go in there and bring some kind of help to you, some kind of solution.
That's really good. Well, I have one more question. I don't see anybody with questions, but I know you guys there. Everybody's saying this is really good, so you're definitely dropping some major nuggets. So I guess my next question is this, because again, I come across a lot of entrepreneurs, and I've had several people who come to me and they say, Tyria, I love my job. I love what I do, but I also have a part-time business that I operate, right? And so when it comes to that situation, they're not really necessarily looking to ever quit their job. They want to stay on their job. And so what advice do you have for someone that maybe feels a little guilty, or maybe they're interested in possibly starting a part-time thing, but they still want to climb the ladder? Is that opportunity really available to them? Can they do that?
Absolutely. The one thing that I always stress is focus on one thing. My father-in-law used to say, one thing at the time. What I mean is, if you're working your 9 to 5, don't pull in your 6 to 12 on your 9 to 5, and vice versa. Each company or each entity that you're working for is expecting you to give them your full services. They're expecting for you to be able to go in there and do what it is that they're paying you to do. But it is possible to have that. You just have to separate the two, of course, and not let the two merge together. It can be very taxing, because you're grinding sometimes, 18, 20 hours. But it's definitely something that is possible.
Very good. Okay, we do have a question that came in. Anita has asked, Anita said, what would you suggest to someone if you're about to retire from corporate, wanting to move into another field?
Sure. And I get that question a lot. And that's wonderful, because, and people often think, I've been doing this job, Sometimes they love it. And sometimes by the time they approach retirement, they're like, I am so happy to be getting away from this and going and doing something that I really enjoy doing. But the problem is I don't have a lot of experience in there. That's when you have to do a deep dive and go ahead and find out specifically, get very specific information, for example, from a job description, or if it's something that you want to, move into that you're doing for yourself, you have to be able to pull out what you've done your entire career, your entire span up until when you retire. You have to be able to pull out how that relates to where you want to go. You don't have a lot of experience in the area that you want to pursue, so then what you may want to do is volunteer at some places. If you want to work with young adult programs or youth programs, then maybe you need to go out to some youth organizations and volunteer your time and see exactly what that entails. Associations, there are associations for every career field that's out there. Join an association, get involved with some of the classes that they may offer and the lectures and the resources. They often have resources that you can get that you would be able to read up on and find out some more information about what it is that you want to do. The important thing is you have to do it. That is what I've been talking about. It's something that's if it's your passion, definitely pursue it. And there are ways out there to find out the information and to gain the experience so that you can go in and do a job that's outside of what you've done all your life.
Absolutely. Well, guys, this has been absolutely incredible. Now, this is the deal. Excuse me. And you may not also be a career climber, but maybe you know someone, right? I'm pretty sure all of us know someone who is definitely in that position where they're seeing that glass ceiling and they're ready to go to the next level. If only I would have had somebody like Alethia in my life when I was working in the career space. But of course, everybody has a calling in their life. And some of us that are watching this, we are meant to be those CEOs of that company that we're working for. We're meant to become the massive supervisors that are going to impact the lives of other people, or whatever that position may be. And the only way that we can ever get there is we've got to be ready for it, right? And so maybe we don't know how to get ourselves positioned, or maybe we have someone that we know that's in our life that every time they come home, they're telling you how, let me tell you what they did, right? And so this is why you definitely want to reach out to Alethia so that you can be on that next position to success and loving what it is that you do. Alethia, any last imparting words that you want to leave with our viewers?
Yes, well, absolutely. Just know that you're worth it. You are worth it. You are worth the dream. You are worth the effort that it's going to take to get you to the place where you really feel fulfilled, where you really feel as though, I can get out of my bed this morning and I'm excited about it because I know that I'm getting ready to go and do something that I absolutely love. Don't be hindered by negativity from anyone else. Know that what you want to do is really possible. The tools are out there. We are here to help you. Reach out to us, and we are more than anxious to get going with you.
Absolutely. Well, guys, that is Alethia Tucker. Y'all make sure you text Melanie. So Melanie says, I know a few people. Make sure anybody that you know, have them to look at this video, look at this training so that they can get the information. And of course, most definitely, for those of you who said that you are a hashtag, a career climber or corporate climber, I can't remember what the hashtag I told y'all to tell, but you know which one I told you. But if you put that hashtag, you most definitely need to text her. Guys, this is the thing. For me, I never miss anything that I am qualified for. And I feel that if something is of value to me and I'm getting the opportunity to experience it, I'm going to experience it, okay? So make sure that you guys do plug into Alethia. I am so grateful. In fact, I'm really excited. This is kind of refreshing because we have so many different people that are watching New Year, New You. And I know one of us, or 100 of us, or 1,000 of us that are watching this video Our goal for this year was to climb that position. And so thank you again, Alethia, for joining us. I appreciate you, Queen.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, guys, again, I told you guys that we were going to have some amazing speakers. I told you this. I told you it was going to be incredible. Stevie says, great broadcast. Hold on, let me see what else you guys are saying. What comments you guys are leaving. Melanie said, and I sent the text as well. Yes, ma'am. Anita says, I love it. I am worth it. Yes, you are, Queen. Nakia says, thank you. This was good. And if you know this was good and you're watching this, guys, even if you're watching the replay, please be sure to leave your comments and all of that. Alethia will be going back to watch this video, so make sure that you guys plug in and leave your comments. How are you doing? Okay, so now I promised y'all I was going to put this commercial on here, right? So let me see if I can do this real quick. Let me go over here real quick. Remind y'all to not forget about the Urban CEO Summit that is taking place in Atlanta. And then we have one in Houston. We have our ambassadors. We have our speakers. It's going to be a lit situation. And also, guys, do not forget that you can register to win a free gift every single day of New Year, New You. We have another one of our amazing speakers that's joining us on tomorrow. So let me see something real quick.
What's going on, everybody? This is Taria Vision Avant, and I wanted to do something here real quick and tell you, have you heard about the Urban CEO Network?
There you go.
Darling, if you have not heard about Urban CEO, then you need to make sure that you jump on board. Right now, we have a special so that you can actually be a part of our Urban CEO Academy, which is a membership. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Taria Vision Avant, and I wanted to just jump up here real quick and tell you, have you heard about the Urban CEO Network? Darling, if you have not heard about Urban CEO, then you need to make sure that you jump on board. Right now, we have a special so that you can actually be a part of our Urban CEO Academy, which is our monthly membership program, where not only do you get exclusive access to events, discounts, and things of that nature, but you also get training that's designed to help you to grow your business. Right now, you can join for 7 days for free and see what we're all about. All you need to do is go to urbanceoacademy.com and check us out. For real, like, we're the fastest growing organization right now, designed to help men and women that come from the urban community that want to grow in business, that want to grow in their career, or you simply just want to be able to grow in your life. Urban actually stands for unapologetic, real bold, action-oriented, and non-conforming. So come over here, check us out, join. We want you to be a part of what we're doing. 7 days free. You have really, it's a win-win situation, so you can see what we're all about. All right, so join. I look forward to seeing you guys there. I'm gonna talk to you later. Deuces.
All right, y'all. So that was it. Look, let me not move. That was it, y'all. So I'm super pumped up and super excited. Make sure that you plug into Miss Alethia Tucker. She gonna get your career to the next level, darling. Okay, so make sure that you do plug in. Super pumped up and excited about that. She will also be making sure to look at all the comments. So for those of you who are watching the replay, don't hesitate to comment. I'll see each and every one of you that are traveling to Atlanta or traveling to Houston for the summit. But guess what? Do not forget, tomorrow we have another broadcast with another one of our incredible speakers. For those of you who know the routine, when we jump off, you already know where to go right now. Okay, you got 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes from when we jump off of here to submit your information, so do not miss out on that opportunity. Other than that, it has been a privilege and a pleasure. I cannot wait to see you guys on tomorrow's show. All right, so I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Deuces.